Alright, here we're going to be working on finding the length of a segment from a graph. Two different situations here we're going to be dealing with. One, where the segment is along the grid lines, and two, situations where it's not, it kind of runs diagonally through the grid. When it runs through the grid lines just straight through, super easy. The answer is just count the spaces, right? So this one is 3. We'll call it, I don't know, just 3. There isn't even any work to show. When it's something where it's running diagonal, we have to do a little calculating. You can't just count spaces anymore. I can't just go like, 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. What we have to do is we have to sort of imagine that there's a little right triangle here, and we've got 1 and 4 for legs, and then we're going to use Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the other segment here. Pythagorean theorem tells us that a squared plus b squared equals c squared for a right triangle. And we've got a and b are the two legs, so 1 and 4. 1 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. See, 1 squared is 1. 4 squared is 16, and equals c squared. 1 plus 16 is 17, equals c squared. And to solve this last little bit, we just have to take the square root of both sides, and the square root of something squared is just that number itself. So this is the square root of 17 for this length. And you can work out that it is a decimal, but we're not really worried about that here. It's going to be a little bit bigger than 4, which makes sense because if this is 4 directly up here, the shortest distance between, well, if you look here, I think you can imagine if I were to travel from this point directly up to here, that it'd be a little bit further to travel along that diagonal because you're moving over as well. So let's look at some more. Alright, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Let's see, that's 4 squared plus 2 squared is c squared. 16 plus 4 is c squared. 20 is c squared. Square root of 20 equals c. Alright, next door here. And it doesn't matter if you want to draw how you could go over top, go underneath. It doesn't matter. You're just drawing a right triangle with this as the hypotenuse. So it's over and down or down and over. You get the same triangle either way. It doesn't matter. So we have 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. That's 1 plus 36 is c squared. 37 is c squared. Square root of 37 equals c. Alright. Just count spaces here. 1, 2, 3. Done. That was easy. Here, count spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. That was easy. Okay. Let's look at some more. Alright. Don't draw a right triangle in. Down and over. Again, I could go over and down. It wouldn't matter either way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 4 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. And that's 16 plus 64 is c squared. That's going to be, let's see, 70, 80 equals c squared. Square root of 80 equals c. And technically we should simplify this radical. Notice you could break this into square root of 16 times square root of 5, because 16 times 5 is 80. And square root of 16 is 4. Equals c. Oh, it's c. Also notice, you see how this is over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down. I could draw this as the hypotenuses of 4 identical right triangles that are both 1 by 2. And if I did 1 squared plus 2 squared, that's 1 plus 4, that's 5. And that's where the square root of 5 comes from. Okay. So it's 4 of these small triangles, or square root of 80 is just the hypotenuse of the large triangle. This is the better answer, so if you can simplify it, you should. We'll work on doing that in another video. Okay, here, just 1 and 1. 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. 1 plus 1 is c squared. 2 is c squared. Square root of 2 is c. Oh, down here so you can see it all. Alright, that's a pretty common one, by the way. Here, over and up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So 6 squared plus 1 squared is c squared. 36 plus 1 is c squared. 37 is c squared. Square root of 37 is c. Here, we've got over and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 squared plus 5 squared is c squared. 49 plus 25 is c squared. That's 60. 74 is c squared. So the square root of 74 is c. And I don't think there's no simplifying to do there. Anytime you recognize that you could break down your larger triangle into smaller triangles, like we could here in number 7, that's definitely a case where you're going to be able to simplify the radical. If you can't, then don't worry about it. Okay. Well, here, oh, that's an easy one. 2, we're done. Okay, next door here. Let's see. Drawing our triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. 5 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 25 plus 4 is c squared. 29 is c squared.